All right. Good morning and welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Michael, I see you in the chat. Glad to have you here. Let's go. Let's dive in. So last time we built our mining rig, and it seems like it's pretty functional. So today, we're going to try to build a single stage to orbit that can lift off with a landing bay for the rover to sit in and launch that and get it into orbit around Minmus, then try to land and deploy the rover and fill up our space tank. So I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but we're going to find out. Actually, before we come into the SPH, we probably need to unlock some stuff in R&D. So let's see. Certainly we're going to need aerodynamics. And let's see. Panther. I know that the engine we need is the Rapier. Rocket fuel fuselage. This airframe fuselage features the latest in lifting technology. Not only does it stay together during flight, its sleek design makes your plane just that much speedier. Now it comes with at least 100% more oxidizer. I think we need, yeah, the cargo bays and the fuselage fuels. We probably need that. Advanced aerodynamics. We could probably use some more wing parts here. And then high altitude flight. Inline cockpit. I'm not sure about all of this. We probably need some of it. Heavy aerodynamics. We might need this big cargo bay and the ramp. And then where is the Rapier engine? We probably need heavy landing. Buying a lot of parts here. Let's see. Composites. What is this? Inline clampotron. I don't know what half this stuff is. Large volume containment. Now what I really need is the engine now. The Rapier engine. I don't know where that is. Monopropellant tank. Advanced motors. Ruggedized vehicular wheel. Rovmax Model X3. I don't think we need that. Whiplash turbo ramjet engine. I don't know. Maybe. Ion propulsion. Automation. Specialized electrics. Communotron. Drone core. Maybe we have it. Heavier rocketry, precision propulsion. Very heavy rocketry. High performance fuel systems. Metamaterials. There's the Whiplash, the Dart. Maybe I don't have this engine. Maybe I would have to buy the one of the expansions to get it. Or maybe I have it. Hang on. Let's go take a look. Senor Hepulio says, greetings. You're going to do an SSTO? I think I am. Very top right. Okay. That's the Rhino, the Mammoth, the Clydesdale, and the Vector. I think I'm looking for the Rapier. Let's see if I have it. No, I don't. There's an engine that switches between... There's an engine that switches between jet and rocket, but it might be part of an expansion. Hang on, let me double check. KSP Rapier. C7 Rapier. Hybrid engine in aerospace tech. Pandian, welcome back to the channel. Good to have you again. See if we can find aerospace tech. Oh, it's all the way out here. Okay, this is the one that I want. I don't know if I can afford this, but we can try for it. All right, so let's go down this chain. High altitude flight, hypersonic flight, and here we go. Aerospace tech for 1,000. The absolute cutting edge in aerospace space technology. Quite literally, some of those edges are very sharp, and with care. The Rapier, reactive alternate propellant intelligent engine for rockets, is a joint venture between C7 Aerospace and the Rockomax conglomerate. Designed to fill a gap in the design requirements for sustainable single-stage-to-orbit aircraft, this engine combines the best of rocket and air-breathing thrust technology. So it's got a good thrust, 465 kilonewtons at Mach 3.7. Engine ISP, 3,200 in the atmosphere and 3,200 in a vacuum. That's fantastic. Propellants, air intake, liquid fuel, and then when it's on an engine, oh, this is okay. So this is in the atmosphere, I guess, and then the ISP's changed in a vacuum when it's on engine mode. 162 uses more liquid fuel and oxidizer. Okay, and it has gimbal vectoring. All right, so let's grab one of these and let's get started building something. Let's see what we can make. The analog to the Sabre engine. Okay, so we really want... We kind of want to start with the payload here. So the Mark III cargo ramp seems good. A sophisticated deployment system for cargo delivery on the ground, or on the sea, or in midair, or in a vacuum, wherever you want, really. Let's start with one of these. And so the idea is that the rover would drive down this ramp and be on the surface. So I think next to that we need a cargo bay. Now, how does this work? We don't need a, let's see. We need a big boy, I guess. Like that. I think we need to turn this upside down. Like that. And then close it. And that should theoretically have enough room for the... Let's close this for now. That should have enough room inside for the rover, I would think. So, let's see. Originally, we threw away the container the Rockomax X216 tank came in. Then one day, a bright and upcoming engineer suggested we reuse them. It was promptly reallocated to another department. And his boss came up with the brilliant idea of reusing these containers as cargo bays. Okay. Let's see. So then... I don't know if that's actually big enough, but we can find out. Let's call this, let's see. SSTO stop too big. Let's call it that. And let's load in from the Reaper rover. Let's merge this in and see if we can fit it inside. Okay, it's not quite big enough. We would need maybe another one. So we need maybe some kind of attachment for it as well. It's almost big enough. We'll have to do a test to see if we can even drive this out. We might be better off with a vertical deployment. I'm not sure. But if we put it somewhere like there, maybe. And then we would need, I guess, another one of these. Would that fit? And then how do we, you know, attach it once it's inside? Let's lift this up a bit and open this up again. Oh, we need to rotate this piece. Or do we? I guess it doesn't matter. So we come underneath it like that, and then maybe pop it in like that. The Rapier engine is the analog to the Sabre engine. I will send you on Discord how to do the math to do SSTO. Okay. Well, I know we need to have a little bit less oxidizer because for the first part of the journey we won't be using it. So we want to get to orbit and then have our ratio of liquid oxygen or oxidizer to liquid fuel to be the right ratio. Let's see. How do I grab this thing? Where's the front of it? So if we kind of pop it up in there like that, let's see. So that we can kind of center it, right? And then we can maybe... See, the problem is I think we need to attach it to something. Let's get rid of it for the moment. And come back to that in a moment. So assuming we have 2 of these, let's close that and close that. Then what do we need inside? Some kind of attachment, right? So if we now throw on, let's say, let's go to a fuel tank here. And we want to get one of these. That's too small. Okay, so these are the Mark IIs. Let's see what's under here under Mark III. Fuel fuselage. Mark III liquid fuel fuselage. Yeah, here we go. So something like this. Okay, so that thing can hold quite a bit of liquid fuel. But no oxygen. Interesting. Okay. So then how do we do... Oh, I'm like running out of camera room here. So that's a liquid fuel oxygen or fuselage. We need a maybe we don't have the central thing be fuel. I'm not sure. Dock clamp. Yeah, maybe. But then we would need liquid oxygen containers. Mark III cargo bay. Mark III cargo bay ramp. Maybe we don't have this. Maybe we have another one of these cargo bays. And then we just kind of fill it up with fuel tanks. So what if we put some fuel tanks in here? Let's see. Like, okay, so maybe we can fit a couple Rockomax in. I'm not sure. Can we fit this in radially? Inside. Like if we now put another one of these here and then delete this one, is this positioned where I don't think it's connected? So let's see, what else could we do? Because we need to have the fuel tanks inside, and we need them connected radially, basically, so that they're attached to the thing. And then we also need to fit the rover in here. So let's merge that in, and then... Actually, no, let's not. Let's... How are we going to do this? Where's the couplers? If we go to coupling and get the... What was it called? Maybe it's under structural. Yeah, the radial attachment port. Can we put this on the inside? Can we put this on the inside? Like this, maybe? So if we had something like that, and then this thing sticks out the outside, that's not good. But could we then attach some fuel tanks to it? Like a couple of, let's see, fuel tanks. Where do we have the good stuff? Wait, that's engines. I want fuel tanks. So we grab, not the Rockomax, we grab a couple of, maybe the FLT 800s here? Can they attach radially? Doesn't seem like they'll snap on. So I'm sort of not sure how to do this. Let's see. So this, wait a minute, this one holds liquid fuel and oxidizer. Mark II rocket fuel fuselage short. Let's go back to the Mark III. So we have cargo bay, cockpit, liquid fuel, passenger module. So we have liquid fuel but not rocket fuel. What do we have for rocket fuel? We have these smaller ones. Rocket fuel fuselage. It's like the Mark III won't work with this really. These are too small now. So how do I? How do I do this, you guys? Does anyone know? Let's throw the cockpit on. So we get the Mark II. We need the Mark III cockpit. Let's throw that on here for now. And then we'll throw a... we'll throw the... What do we want? The Clampotron? Or do we want the... We want the radial port here. Maybe we do want a Clampotron there. So let's go to coupling. Put a Clampotron if I can get that to snap in. That's backwards. No, see, it's going the other way. It's like forcing itself into the other direction. I want it like this. There we go. Okay, that's good. And then we can drive... Maybe we can drive in now the thing. Let's open this. And open this. We might not need all of these. Let's save this and merge in the Reaper rover. Let's merge this in. And let's connect that... here? Can I get it to dock? It's almost right. Let's see. Port. Enable staging? No. I might need to make this into a subassembly. And then reroute it, maybe. Let's reroute this. It's like that is the new route part. Okay. We can save that for now. And then if we load up the stop too big and merge in the Reaper rover, now we're controlling it from here. There we go. That's locked in. Okay, that's locked in. I don't know if we'll be able to reconnect it at any point, though. And we do see that we have a little bit too much space here. So let's get rid of this. And now reconnect that like that. Okay. So I don't know if we'll be able to drive it back up and reconnect it. We can test it, though. So let's close these. Okay. So we've got kind of something that might kind of sort of work here, right? What we are going to need is fuel. What do we want to put on the front, though? Radu, welcome back to the channel. Michael says you can always redock. Yeah, maybe. So on the front, we could also use a docking port, a Clampotron. Although, yeah, there we go. And then, because we're going to want to... So the idea here is we lift from Kerbin with the lifting body, and then we're sort of done with the wings forever. Then we have to figure out how to land this beast on Minmus, right? So the idea I had was we'll do our normal retrograde burn and then just flip over to the landing gear and hope that the brakes can slow us down enough. But then, if this is going to be our refueling ship, it does need to be able to dock. So we'll put this on the front, and then we'll put a separator. Like that, a decoupler, rather. That's both sides, yeah? And then we'll put a nose cone. Just so we have one. Do we need that one? No. Where's the smaller... Is there a smaller one? We could put an air intake on here. Small nose cone. We could put an air intake on here instead. There we go. So that's for the first part of the journey. We use the air intake. I don't know if this thing's gonna fly, you guys. I really don't know. We'll probably need quite a bit of lift here. Let's see, something like this, and then we'll need quite a bit of lift. Okay, so where's our center of mass now? It's right there. Okay, so we want our center of lift just behind our center of mass. Let's try putting some wing pieces on now. We're gonna need some big-ass wings, that's for sure. Let's see, what do we want here? We've got... a winglet... Delta wing. High lift and stable center of gravity for your everyday lifting needs. Let's put, okay, let's put, symmetry on and get started here with some wings. Now, there's the basics. Now we need Elevon 1, Elevon 2, Elevon 3. Aeroplane control service. Elevon 5. I thought there was a way to like build out your wing, right? Like with larger pieces. Large conventional control surface. I thought that there were more wing pieces. Let's save this for a moment and go check. I just used like a rover style lander like NASA C-130 rolling down the street. Okay. Let's go check our aerodynamics here. Big S delta wing. Big S. Elevon 1. Big S tailplane. Mark 3 to Mark 2 adapter. That could have been useful. Engine mount. Where are there? I thought there were like wing pieces that you could use to build out super big wings. Actuators, composites. Advanced metalworks. Yeah, it's not in here. Very heavy rocketry. I mean, I suppose we could go into the experimental aerodynamics for the Big S Delta wing. Let's grab those. Let's take these off and go back into aerodynamics now. Let's find the Big S. Structural wing. Swept wing. Oh, wait a minute. Here, maybe this is the stuff I need. Where's the Big S? Big S Delta wing. Okay, here we go. This looks more promising. Let's throw some of those on. I don't know why it's angled down here. There we go. Okay. So if we have that, and then can we grow it out? Big S Elevon 1. How does this work? Big S Elevon 2. And then there were, let's get rid of this. There were some other pieces in here that I was interested in. Yeah, wing connector type B. A vaguely wing-shaped board. Use at your own risk. So this is what I want to grab, I think. I want to grab this and then figure out how do I attach these so that they... Yeah, I kind of want to grow the size of the wing here. I want it to come like outwards. Can I not do this? I thought I could. I thought you could like attach these and then grow the wings. Let's see. Rocket fuel, current mass times initial mass. Okay. You need to unlock the other wing bits. You should unlock the entire thing. I think I've unlocked the other wing bits. And this guy's doing math instead of math. You're going to need to use transform tool to get it right. The wings in KSP 2 will be much better. Okay. So, if I attach this like this, and then use the move tool, and slide it in and slide it back, can I make this... Yeah, see, I can make this a little bit larger, this wing surface. And they're attached together, right? They look straight. So I come in like Like that, I guess. And then we pop another kind of structural wing type C on here, or maybe one like that. Swept wing, structural wing type B. We can do something like this, maybe. Is that enough lifting surface? I don't know. That's the problem. And are these these are connected as a single piece now. That's good. Okay. Let's see. What else can we do? I really don't know if this is going to work at all. So we're kind of close to the center of mass. We need to be right behind it. But we are going to need some canards on the front for the lift. Let's see what we have. Big S delta wing. Spaceplane tail fin. I've unlocked so much stuff that I don't know what everything does. Fat 45 aeroplane main wing. Oh, wait a minute. These are kind of cool. Hold on. Maybe we get rid of these. Throw some of these on there. Yeah, hold on. Let's get rid of these. And throw these on instead, and then grow these out. So we pop those on, and then we get the wing connector. Type E, maybe? And grow these out. Yeah, okay. So let's get some more surface area going here. Let's connect these like this. And then we can push them in with the move tool. Pull them back and move them in. And then rotate them. Let's turn that off. So yeah, I'm trying to... The idea is to kind of grow these wings out a bit. Make them... excuse me. Make them bigger. I think that's okay. Let's get another one of these. And... I can't tell here. Yeah, something like that. Okay. And then we kind of move it around again, right? Move it back like that, and then rotate it a bit. And move it some more. And then it's slightly rotated here as well. Let's try and make it flat. There we go. And then has to follow the curve of the plane a little bit. No! Aerodynamics. Let's use the move tool. Let's push it down just a skosh. Like that, maybe? That looks kind of okay. And then let's put another one on at the edge. I can't even zoom out enough to do this. Just put that there like that. Well, no, not quite like that. There we go, like that. Okay. And then I guess we move it around a little bit more. Try and get it lined up here. I guess that's not really going to happen. We need to rotate it, maybe? There we go. That's kind of okay. So that, hopefully this gives us enough lift to get off the ground here. So there's some big wings. That was the idea. Okay, let me save this. And let's move these. So the whole thing should move together now. Yeah, okay. So there's some big wings. Now we need canards at the front for lift. Tail fin. Was there something about canard in here? Yeah, okay. Standard canard. Advanced canard. Let's use the advanced canard. Our engineers thought this design looked high-tech and therefore must be a clear improvement on earlier models. Alright. Let's put some canards around the front. like up here. I don't know if those are... I don't know if those have enough area, enough lifting area, though. Standard canard is bigger, or... Yeah, it is. It does look a little bit bigger. Let's go with the standards instead. And let's get those nice and plenty of juice for the squeeze. I guess that's okay. Now, do we have to... Now we have to put control surfaces on all of this, right? Because these things don't act as control surfaces by themselves. So if we go to aerodynamics and look for the elevons. Yeah, we need the elevons now. Okay. I guess we'll come out here. Like this. And then fix it. Let's see. Rotate. I think you go... No, you go that way. You go like that. And then we angle you... You're angled okay. I think. Are you? I guess that's okay. Let's put another one on. And we'll move you around. This is never going to work, you guys. This thing is going to crash immediately. Oh, damn it. That's not what I wanted to do. And the move tool. So we move it like this. It doesn't look right, but okay. Let's try something like that. What else have we got? Big S Elevon 2. Let's throw one of these on here. Let's get you rotated around the right way. Maybe we should go with the big ones. Yeah, I don't think we want the little ones here. Let's get rid of these. And just use a couple of these, maybe. Should this be the other way around? Like, thinner on the other side? I feel like it should. I feel like the thin side should be... Hang on, let me rotate this again. Or maybe not, because there's the thick part. Let me move this up here. Onto this part, if I can. And then try and fix it, I guess, with the rotate tool. This stuff is not easy, you guys. It's very confusing. Let's move that. Nope. Why would you do that? It's because I clicked the wrong thing. Okay. It's not rotated 100% the way I want it. Let's get it nice and even. It's still not quite there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's bring that out to the outside edge like that. So there's one of our elevons. And now let's put another one on. Over here, I guess. Try and fix that up. Can I get a little bit of a better view of this? Okay, so that's not quite right. Still not quite right, because you can tell, like, part of it is clipping and part of it isn't. Hang on. It's, like, jumping around a lot. It's making it really hard for me to control. Hang on, let's do it this way. There we go. That looks better. I think. Move it. No, not quite. Want just like a little teeny tiny movement this way. There we go. I think that's right-ish. No, it's still not right. That's about as good as I can get it, I think. And now it's not even, like, really inside the wing. I think if we move it out like that, that's about as good as we can get, I guess. So all right, we've got some control surfaces. I have no idea if they're going to work or not. But we've got some. Maybe we should clip it into this guy. You know, like this. So they're kind of in the same plane of motion. I guess that's okay. We can try that. Now, for the canards, we need some other control surfaces. That's too big. That's too big. That's too big. That's way too big. Where's the small canards? Structural wing. Wing connector. So, in terms of control surfaces, we don't want the big S. Elevon 1. Wait, maybe my perspective is just wrong here. Hang on, let me back out here. Yeah, these are okay. There we go. That looks right. Okay, so the canards have some elevons now. All right, now let's move our wings so that our center of mass is right behind our center of gravity. Let's move these. We want it to be just like that. Or center of lift, not center of thrust. And then we're gonna have to move them again after we put some fuel tanks on this thing. So, I guess next we do landing gears. And then we can sort of do, at least we can do a little bit of testing here. So what do we want? Small landing gear, medium landing gear? We want the large landing gear. We want the extra large landing gear, for sure. Okay. So let's turn symmetry off. And let's pop this on the front, like that. That looks good, I think. It's hard to tell. I can't really zoom out here. Do I have this on backwards? Or no, is that backwards or forwards? Do I want this like that? I think I want it like this. Right? I want something like that. So it's nice and inside the aircraft and not causing aerodynamic problems. Let's back this up to the front and then push it up a little bit. Is it not centered? It's not centered. Why is it not centered? There we go. That looks okay. I think. And then we need to throw a couple more onto the wings here. Extra large landing gear. Something like this. Except now we need the symmetry back on. I guess like that should be fine. Although now it's not really the right height. Let's see. Can I tweak this now to be inside or up front? Like that. We don't want it that much lower or that much higher off the ground is the problem. Because otherwise the ship will like tilt backwards. So I think we need to move this one up. Like inside the craft almost. Let's see, add 4 massive engines under each wing. The biggest delta wing is enough that will kill your delta V. This SSTO have too many lift. You should use less wings. You also need to put your fuel tanks on the side of the center of mass. Also, please do the math. Also, the math is basic math like multiplication, and plus you can use a calculator. This isn't rocket science. No, wait. Yes, it is. It is rocket science. So you think this is too much lift? I mean, I thought this thing was really heavy, but maybe you're right. Let's... Well, you know what? I'm experimenting. You know what? I'm learning. We're going to figure this out. Let's move these down. Nope. That's not right. I want to move the wings down. Till we're almost touching the ground here. Okay, and then we can move this back down a little bit. We actually, now we do kind of want these a little bit lower. I can't quite tell. We want a very small angle of attack. We do want it to be lifted up a little bit. Okay. Well, let's throw some engines on. So we need some fuel tanks, and then we need the engines. So let's get some 800s here. So we're going to want a goodly amount of fuel here. If we can get it. We don't want it that far forward. Hold on. I want another one of these on the other side. Where did that go? Oh, let me get rid of this. Go back to fuel tanks. Let's get another FL800 here. There we go. So that's plenty of... That's going to be plenty of fuel, right? That's going to be tons of fuel. We've got an air intake on the front. So we'll throw some... I'm going to try to fly this thing in a minute. Throw some nose cones on the front. Like that. And then some of the rapiers on the back. Where are the rapiers? Engines. Okay. Here we go. Can you go like that? There we go. Okay, so there's our two rapier engines. That's the thrust, right? And now, where is our center of mass and center of lift? Okay, so now we're a little bit behind. Or a little bit ahead of where we want to be. I want to be just behind the center. I think that's pretty good. Just like that. Okay. So, I guess now we try to fly this monstrosity and see what happens. So the EAS 1 external command seat will be Bill. And then there's plenty of room in here to take more people, but I think for now we'll just test it out with Jebediah. I don't know what's going to happen here, guys. Wish me luck. Let's try this. Too big for the runway. Okay. We're going to have to upgrade our runway. You forgot vertical stabilizer and the landing gears are backwards. Okay. Shouldn't the aerodynamic side be forward? Hold Alt. Joshua, you forgot the vertical stabilizer and the wheels are backwards. Use a disposable Kerbal. Okay. You're right, I forgot the... I did forget the... That's fully upgraded. Okay, I forgot the vertical stabilizer. So we need to throw that on. And are they backwards? How can you tell? Shouldn't the little part be facing into the aerodynamic wind? Like the smaller part here and the bigger part on the back, right? Or is that reversed? How do you tell? So the little angle bracket's facing backwards on both of them. So they're both facing the right direction. We can try it out. Let's go to aerodynamics. And we need a tail fin. Where can we get a tail fin? Here we go. Tail fin. There's a tail fin. Nope, that's not right. Like that. And then do we... I forget. I think we need to put an element... we need to put a control surface on this as well, right? Something like this. Or do we? Does this already have... If I show... So wait a minute. We don't want pitch. We don't want roll, we want yaw on the tail fin. And then here, we just want pitch. Same with this. And these guys are already set. Okay, and then over here, we just want pitch. So these are roll. Wait, I got this backwards. Hold on. This is roll, right? This one is yaw, and these are pitch. Okay, so that looks good to me. Let's try it again. So I'll just try to taxi forward and see if the gears are on backwards. Tailfin has it already. Okay. The big part needs to be in the front. All right, so if I press forward, we are slowly rolling forward. I don't think these... I don't know that these... are these motorized or not? I guess it doesn't matter. Let's do a quick save here and see what happens if we try to launch this thing. So we'll put the brakes on. We'll spin up the engines. Now they should automatically be in... They're in air breathing mode right now. Okay, we're also going to have to fix... we're going to have to fix our fuel concentration before we go up. But let's stage this. What is this here? No, this we don't want staged at the moment. That's holding the rover in place. All right, so let's see if we can even fly with this. Let's throttle up and stage the engines. Let's see what happens here. Oh, okay, well, we're going this way. 70 meters per second. Hold on, hold on. It's kind of flying. It's kind of flying, you guys. It's a heavy beast, I'll tell you that. Wow. I can't believe it's actually kind of flying here. Look how fast we're burning through our fuel, though. We're never going to get to orbit like this. We need, like, 3 more of these on each side. It's moving. Jeb is very happy. It's flying. The Rapier engine is on rocket mode. Your air intake is small. Okay, we can put 2 more air intakes on here. Thrust 167, specific impulse 284, fuel flow. Closed cycle. Oh, they're on rocket mode. Shouldn't they be on throttle, main throttle? How do I switch it from closed cycle to air breathing? Do they not have... is this, like, little air intake not providing enough? Flow 13 units. They auto-switch to closed cycle, because when we launched, they were on air breathing. You're on rocket mode because the air intake is small. Get more air. Okay. Let's revert the flight. Revert to the spaceplane hangar, and let's get some more air in here. Well, I'm shocked at how well... I'm shocked that took off at all, to be honest. That's shocking to me. So let's go into aerodynamics, and let's start tinkering with this. Let's start getting this to work. So here's a circular air intake, small circular intake, shock cone intake. Let's limit this to intake and take a look at what we actually have here. Adjustable ramp intake. Probably not. Probably don't want that. Engine pre-cooler, engine nacelle. Okay, so air intake amount 2. Mount 0.5. So we want one of these. What's the difference between the shock cone intake and the circular intake? Intake resource, intake air, intake area. 0.6 square meters, amount to 0.75 square meters, amount to. All right, well, let's get 2 of these shock cones on here, I guess. We'll see if these work. So that should maybe make a difference. And then should I just clone this whole thing and put another one on? You might need to use the shock nose cone. Okay. Because we have... What do we have on there? We have the small circular. Yeah, let's get rid of that and throw the shock nose cone on. There we go. Okay, so now we have plenty of air intake. Should we try it again like this? What else should we do? We want to on these rear wheels, we want to disable steering, right? Or they don't steer. Deploy shielded, disabled, light emission enabled. Auto strut, rigid attachment, friction control, starts retracted, lights on. Okay. So they don't have steering anyway. I guess this one doesn't either. So do we want a different front landing gear that has some steering on it? So the extra large... Yeah, these don't actually have motors. Or maybe they do. Brake torque, 32 kilonewtons. Large landing gear, medium landing gear, small landing gear. Steerable landing gear. Do we need one of these? But this seems like it's way too small. I don't think so. All right, let's stick with this for now. Let's see if we can get if that change to the air intake is enough that it will stay in the air breathing mode. Let's pin up the oh, it bounces a little bit. Let's pin this so we can see it's in air breathing mode here. Let's lock the brakes, spin up the engines. Oops. We're at the spaceplane hangar. Let's fix our staging here. So, by the way, we want to be real careful with this. Not the docking port. I can't actually see it. This. Let's put the... No, that's fine. Where's the separator? I put a separator on top of it. Stack separator, yeah. Let's put the force way down here. And then let's put the shock thing back on. And this has 7,000 meters of fuel. So this seems like it's pretty good. Let's pop the engines down here. And then do we just, I don't know, do we remove that from staging? Or let's just leave this as it is. Okay, so let's save that and launch it. Hypolio, I realize what you're saying about the liquid fuel. We're going to do that later. Okay, so calm down about the math. We're going to get there. I promise you. We will do some basic math. But let's just test what we've got so far. The other thing we could test is if we open this, what happens? Can we undock the rover? It's going to be real hard to see the docking port here. We might have to put an action group together on that so that we can undock it. But can we undock and drive this thing out? That's another great question. We'll test that in a minute. We are going to need an action group for sure to undock it. But let's try this again. Let's try launching and let's see, can we get the air breathing to stay in place here? It's still in air breathing mode right now. SAS on. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what our early lift speed is. We'll try it like 50 meters per second here. Nope, we'll try it now. It's uncontrollable, you guys. And I can't. Oh dear, oh dear. All right. So how do I fix that? It's breathing, pull up. I don't know if it has enough. I don't know if it has enough oomph. I don't know if it has enough thrust to get us to launch here. Let me just go straight down the runway here and get as much speed as I can. So 50 meters per second was not fast enough to lift. I was pulling back on the pitch and it was not lifting off the ground. It should have a small angle of attack by default, because these should be a little bit higher than those. All right, we're starting to veer here. Okay. You can see the canards trying to get us off, trying to get us up, but maybe they don't have enough lift. Maybe the canards aren't big enough. And we're kind of stuck at 56 meters per second here. That's almost. Yeah, we're I don't think we have enough thrust. We need to put on a second set of engines here. Much bigger tail fin. You need more engines. Get rid of wing crap. More engines definitely. 60 is your takeoff. Around there, right? Do we need to get rid of the wing stuff? Do these have enough lift to lift this thing if I take all the extras off? I don't know. Should we try for a bigger tail fin and more engines? I mean, more engines definitely. Let's put a second set of engines on here. So let's go with let's go with the fuel tanks. Let's get the 800s. And then we pop that right on there like that. Is that right? Not sure. Let's get some more of these going. Oh, and hang on. Let me reattach this. Just like that, I think. No, not quite. Let me come around. Fix this up a little bit. There we go. That looks good. And we'll get it exactly on par like that. There we go. Okay, let's throw some more shock cones on. This'll fly. This'll work, right? And you guys are saying a much bigger tail fin we need, so let's find a bigger fin here. Standard canard. Tail fin. We need something bigger. A big-ass delta wing? So like this? Is this big enough for you guys? There we go. Let's put a big-ass elevon on it. Which one do we want? The big-ass elevon 2? Or the big-ass elevon 1? No, the big-ass elevon 2. Like that, I guess. Let's move that down. And then put a 1 on top. How do I get it to rotate the way I want? Oh wait, it was there. There we go. Okay. And then let's fix that a little bit. Fix that up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now we've got a big-ass tail fin. I think we actually need that in a little bit and then up. Like that, or... Let's turn off the snap and just tweak that up, just like that. Okay, there we go. So now we've got a big-ass tail fin. We got to double-check probably our center of mass here and our lift. Okay, that's pretty big. Center of mass and center of lift. Yeah, so now we're too far forward. We got to push these back just a skosh. Just like that. That looks good. Okay. And then we fix these so that they are only yaw. No pitch, no roll. No pitch, no roll. Okay. Here we go. Let's try this. Let's try this build. Save and launch. Let her rip. Use the spaceplane tail fin. All right. Well, let's try this. Remove the wing. Put big S delta wing. Ignore him. Let's go. It'll be funny. If they go any further back, it'll come off the plane entirely. All right. Well, Here's our next attempt at an SSTO with a rover payload. Wish me luck, you guys. Here we go. Oh, it's fishtailing. It's fishtailing already. I don't know why either. Come on, get off the ground, you beast. Why is it swerving so far to the left? And I can't get off the ground either. I'm trying. Stop, too big. Well, okay. That didn't work. I don't know why it's fishtailing so much. Tailless airplanes are very hard to control. Also, why are you turning on the brakes? Did I have the brakes on the whole time? I thought I turned them off. Hold on. Let me do that one more time. Tail fin too large, creates too much movement. You were like that because the landing gear is backward? Okay. Did I have the brakes on the whole time? I thought I turned them off at one point. You're still air breathing. See, I'm trying to get it to go straight down the runway, but it's like drifting to the right for some reason. Or to the left. I don't know why it's drifting to the left. Well, something's not working here. Hapolia says these are backwards. Let's turn them around. Here we go. Rotate. All right, so let's turn these around and see if that helps. Okay. So this is centered. These should be completely equally offset. I don't... Are they forward yet? I don't think so. Hang on. There we go. That looks good. All right, so we'll turn those around and see if that helps. What else? Why is it curving so far to the left, though? Is it unbalanced somehow? I feel like everything is symmetrical. And our center of mass is right there in the middle. I don't know. What does this thing have SAS on it? It does have reaction wheels. Okay. So should I try it just having turned the landing gears around? And see if that changes anything? Let's try that. I'm not going to touch the tail fin at all here. Look, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the tail fin. See how it's pushing it to the... There's something wrong with the tail fin for sure. Okay, so this is not the right wing to be using because it's got lift in one direction. It's not like straight. It was pushing it the whole time, so that's got to go. Let's look at the, what do we have? Big S Delta wing. Big S spaceplane tail fin. All right, maybe this will be better. There we go. That looks better, right? That'll help. That's a real tail fin now. And let's make sure this is only for yaw. Okay. Maybe this will help us out with controlling this thing. Let's check center of mass, center of lift. Yep, looks good. Center of thrust is right down the middle. All right. Maybe it was so the tail fin was definitely not helping. Let's try it with the real tail fin now. If the wheels are too far back, you won't get the nose up. Use the spaceplane tail fin. Much better. You used a wing. I didn't. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. This is my first time building one of these. It's still, hold on. Revert flight. There's the wing. And it should have an angle of attack by default, but let's just give it a little bit more oomph there by pointing it up just a bit by moving these gears up. Just one click. Just there, so that it's angled towards its back, right? And then actually the other thing I heard, or sort of vaguely remember, is that we want these to be just behind the center of mass as well. So let's move these in a little bit and then move them forward, so that they're just kind of behind the center of mass, so that we don't need quite as much help getting off the ground. All right, maybe that'll help. Those two changes. Let's see what that does. Okay, so see how now it's kind of angled up a little bit? It's got a little bit of lift built in. I don't know. We'll try it. All right, let's go straight down the runway here and have a successful takeoff. Come on, we can do it. It flew once before with the single engines. Maybe that was an accident, though. See, it really, why does it do that? It starts turning really fast. Like I'm not touching anything. The rear wheel's just behind center of mass more. I think all your extra wing things might be configured wrong. Do not touch A or D. It wants to touch grass. I'm not touching A or D. On that launch, I just let it go straight ahead, and it just veered off to the left for some reason. Okay, let's move these more so that they're even closer to the center of mass here. Like this. I think that's as far as we can get it. And then if we move the whole plane, I think the root part is here at the moment. Let's move these down so that the wheels are just sitting above, right? They're just clipping in, and those are just clipping in a little bit more. So that's about right. That's about what we want for those. But I don't know why it pulls to the left. I don't know at all. Let's run it again with the aerodynamic overlay on and see what's happening here. So I'm literally just going to initiate, I'm just going to turn the engines on. That's it. That's all I'm doing. So I'm not touching any of the keys. Not touching the keyboard at all. Just seeing what it does. You can see lift starting to come out of the wings. And the tail again is pushing it off to the left, and I don't know why. Why is it doing that? Is it angled wrong, or why is that happening? Is this attached correctly? Try building a space shuttle instead of SSTO. No, we're not doing that. We're building an SSTO. No, to the left. I don't know why I don't know why this tail fin is pushing it to the left there. AFK. Let me move it forward a little bit. I mean, it's centered. Try rotating the wing anti-clockwise a tiny bit. It's starting to grow. It's starting to grow. I don't know what that's about. It's like it's not properly centered. Okay, let's try that suggestion. Try to rotate it just a tiny bit, I guess. Rotate. Let's turn that off, and let's just move it the smallest little piece we can. I guess like that. I want it centered. That seems centered to me. Okay. Let's see this time. Meters per second. Okay. It's got a little bit coming out of the right there. What the F, man? I don't understand. What is going on there? Why is it like spamming it so far to the left? Why is it like that? That's not what I wanted to do. Let's take this off. Let's just take it off entirely. Let's try flying without a tail fin. Sure, why not? Could work. Move one tick over. Maybe that's a bug. I don't think it's a bug. We'd have heard about that. I'm going to fly without one. I only need to get to orbit. I don't really need to maneuver that well in the atmosphere. Let's see what this does. I don't know. It's happening even without the tail fin. I don't know why. I don't know why. Something's wrong here. Why is it pulling to the left? Is it because the... That's right down the middle. It's not the rover, I don't think. Is it the wheel? Maybe it's the front wheel. Everything should be symmetrical here. Except maybe the elevons are wrong. Maybe there's something... Yeah, because I rotated those. Maybe those are wrong. Let's take those off. And let's try... Maybe we'll try without this stuff as well. Let's just go with some standard elevons here. Just one pair of each. And we'll see if putting them on the right way helps. Let's go with... just one of these, maybe. Which one's bigger? This one. Why won't it... Why I don't understand why it doesn't attach the right way. Like, it doesn't attach the way you would expect it to. Like, what, shouldn't it line up with the edge of the wing here? It, like, just doesn't do what you think it should do. All right. Let's rotate these just this way. Just like that. Sure. There we go. Oh, and it's not in symmetry mode now, of course. Okay, I mean, I guess that's fine. Do I want these, like, further in, or... Whatever. We'll just try it with these. So these are just rolls. And these are just pitch. Let's see how this behaves. Oh, and then how did I lose the... I lost the landing gears. Okay. Let's put the landing gear back on. Extra large. And now which way is forward with this? Like that. Okay. And then right behind the center of mass. That looks good. That all looks okay. So we've redone everything. I guess the wings should maybe come in a little bit more here. Just a skosh. Like that. And let's try this. Let's see how this works. Yeah, okay. This looks okay. Sure, why not? I need exit by. Good luck. Thanks, man. Take care. I think it's the front wheel. I just download a craft file for SSCO. No way, I'm building it myself. Oh, look at this. Look at it lean backwards here. That's interesting. So we're maybe too close to the center of mass? What happens if I try this out? Hey, you know what? If it launches, we're going with it. No, it blew up. Okay. Rip. Okay, so we're a little bit too far forward here with these. Oh, come on. That's... why does it... God damn it. I obviously don't want to do that. Let's move them back just a little bit. There we go. Let's try that again. They were a little bit behind the center of mass. Look, it's trying to bounce backwards. Can I do... Is there a center of mass overlay here? Well, whatever. Let's just see what happens. How can we even get up to speed to lift with this? And is it going to pull to the left again? So the elevons are fine. The wings are good. The canards look good. Angle a little bit with the engines. Hang on, we're getting up ahead of speed here. 80 miles per hour. Oh! Hold on, hold on. Look at that. Okay, so no tail fin is a problem, clearly. But at least we launched. At least we got off the ground here. I do need at least some kind of tail fin. So if I bring up the center of mass, okay, somehow it moved back a little bit, but we're fairly behind it. Where's our center of lift? Yeah, center of lift is right behind it. So that was good. That almost worked, except we do need a tail fin. So we got to figure this out. Why is the tail fin behaving the way it is? Let's just get a small tail fin here. Tail. What do we got? Advanced canard. Winglet, tail fin, aeroplane tail fin, tail connector, standard canard, tail fin. Let's use this one. Okay, can we get you to work? Let's put you right, I want you right in the center. See, okay, that's not, oh, I need to snap, that's why. Okay, so that's snapped, and you are going to handle yaw only. And we want you further back, I think. I want you as far back as we can get you. So, I mean, it looks perfectly centered. We're used snapping. We'll see if it does that weird push to the left thing again. Let's F12. Let's put on SAS. And let's go. No nonsense from the tail wing so far. This is good. Let's get a little bit of left coming out. A little bit. We're up to 80 though. Trying to lift. Okay, so 100 meters per second. We can kind of get off the ground a little bit. Yeah, baby. We're semi-functional. Okay, so the big blue spikes are coming from the main wings. We got the ailerons. Looks like we got a little bit of lift from the fuel tanks here. We're doing air breathing still, so we need to keep climbing with our angle of attack here. We're going up. Yeah, we're climbing. Okay. Let's just keep going here. Try a shallow bank. Yep, we can do a bit of a shallow bank here. I don't want to go too much. I don't want to crash this thing. Yeah, we can bank and turn. Okay. I just want to keep climbing now. I want to keep going up. I want to see them switch over from air breathing mode to rocket mode. So I don't know how high we have to climb before that happens. Obviously, we need to get to 70,000 meters. Do I want a higher angle here? Or is it more efficient while it's using the air breathing stuff? A little bit higher. Try and climb a little bit faster. We are climbing. This is good. I wonder if this can get to orbit. We're about to find out. We're at a terrible heading here. Wait for 350 meters per second to rise. Pull up before you run out of gas. Wait for 350 meters per second to rise. Okay. So we're slowly climbing our speed here. It's still in air breathing mode, which I think is burning the fuel quite efficiently. 5,000 meters. And our speed is not increasing anymore. So I guess at this point, we want to cut over to rockets, right? For the rest of the ascent? Our speed is now falling. So how do I toggle it to go over? Aim camera, roof center, automatic switching, manual switching. Okay. Manual switching, toggle mode. Okay, so I've switched over to closed cycle, so now we're burning rocket fuel. So now we're going to go up, I guess? Now we want to climb. Our surface speed is falling here. Is it the aerodynamic drag? Yeah, it might be. Are we climbing, though? We are climbing. I've never flown an SSTO before. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's really bad. I screwed the pooch. Okay, hang on. See if I can recover here. We need to climb out of the atmosphere. Maybe I didn't go high enough. Come on. You can get us going. Get us a little bit higher. Keep climbing. Climb out of this soup. We can get to orbit, right? We're climbing at about 20 degrees. So we are seeing ourselves climb out of the atmosphere, but the APO's not getting much higher yet. The Rapier needs 400 meters per second for efficiency. You only changed one engine. Oh, you're right. Okay, hold on. No, they're all on closed cycle. So they're all burning. They're all burning fuel now. You can see here we probably don't have enough to get up to out of the orbit. I mean, we don't have enough, anywhere near enough speed with 900 meters per second. So I did screw that up. I might have to fly higher. We might need more engines too. But I want to see how high we can get. So our surface speed is climbing now pretty rapidly. Let's see how far we get. We're climbing out of the atmosphere, so the lift from the wings is going to die down pretty soon. Or maybe not. Maybe it stays for a while. Getting pretty high, though. 20,000 kilometers. That's not bad for a first attempt. Pitch up more, you are still accelerating. We don't have chutes. Aircraft permadeath. Do a spiral when you run out of fuel. Stay down until you have 400 meters per second that raise the nose about 10 degrees. All right, Larry, I'll try that on a second launch here. I just want to see how far this actually gets. Oh, so look at this. We're starting to get into enough speed to actually get... Yeah, okay, so our apoapsis would be 30. Okay. So, what do you guys think? Do I need to make changes to the design here, or do I just need to launch it better? Do we need another set of engines? Or do I fly this plane and just try and do the launch profile better? Also, we can reduce our mass a little bit. Now, this is something Hippolyta was talking about. We should remove a little bit of the oxidizer because we're going to burn some of the fuel when we're using air intake. So maybe we drop this down. I have no idea about the math, but let's drop these down. Let's just drop them down 1. Just to reduce our mass a little bit. So each of these goes down by 1. And we'll see how that feels. And then I'm going to come over and catch up with the chat here. Okay, so we've taken like 1 chunk out of each of oxidizer out of each of these. I don't know if that's efficient or right or whatever, but let's check center of mass and center of lift. That's still good. Wheels are just behind. So this looks okay. Try water landing, aircraft permadeath on the Kerbals, dive, don't reset, no, my barrel roll. Yeah, both? Do my barrel roll. Oh, I'm sorry, no. I forgot to do that. I was too focused on, like, achieving victory here. Alright, well. Let's try this again, and somebody was saying, I think Larry was saying I need to get up to 400 meters per second. The Rapier needs 400 meters per second for efficiency. All right, so we'll try and get that speed inside the atmosphere. Here we go. Second attempt. So I'm not sure why it starts out so low like this. So do I want to stay in the atmosphere first? Do I want to stay low, or how high do I want to climb while trying to get that 400 meters per second? Like here I'm at like around 20 degrees for the ascent angle, and I guess we'll just have to see how long it takes to get up to 400 meters per second. Now these are also still on automatic switching, but I can toggle them manually if I want to. They're on automatic switching, so we'll leave these here. So I'm just not going to even touch anything at the moment. I'm going to stay on this exact heading at this exact profile. I could switch it to prograde, but we're going to just watch as our speed goes up. Stay over the ocean, 100 meters. At 400 meters per second is like turbo kicking in, okay? Stay over the ocean. So then I don't want to be climbing this high, you're saying. Let me switch it to the prograde. And the prograde sinks like a rock. Okay, forget that. So we'll just stay around here for now. And we'll watch this climb, okay? So we're sticking pretty level at 1,500 meters, 1,600 meters, and we're watching the speed go up. Don't climb at all. Okay, nose down. I think the body's smaller, Mark II. Yeah, I need the body this large because I've got the rover inside it. Otherwise, I don't think it'll fit. Okay, so we're staying real close to the surface here and the speed is climbing. I got you, got you. So at 400 meters per second, then what do I do? Look at the thrust. We're climbing up there. 10 degrees up? Okay. Spaceman asks, where's the rover going? The rover going... this whole thing is going to go land on Minmus. Although, how it could land, I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. Alright, so at 400 meters per second, angled 10 degrees up. Got it. We're kind of already angled 5 degrees up, but that's fine. Okay, so there's 400. I'm going to pitch it up just a bit now. Up to 10 degrees. Okay, so there's 10 degrees. We're climbing. Now, at what altitude do I want to start doing something different? Or what else do I do here? Do I just leave it like this and watch it? Rise without losing too much speed. Okay, well, we're actually gaining speed at the moment still. So I'll keep it at this 10-degree inclination. Going up to 4,500. 5,000 kilometers, very nice. We're still gaining speed here. That's very nice. We're still air breathing. So we'll just keep it here like this. All right, Larry, this is great. You've really helped me out. I think this is going to help me learn how to launch one of these things. This monstrosity that I've built might actually make it to orbit. Who knows? Maybe. It could, right? Yeah, we're gaining altitude really, really well here. And speed. Okay. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Really good heading for equatorial orbit as well. A little bit off to the south, but that's fine. So wow, this is crazy. This is going really well. Much better. A little bit of guidance is all I needed. Larry is the episode MVP for sure. We're starting to get some heat. The atmosphere up to 13,000, 900 meters per second. This is way better than last time. Prop requirement met, so we're still getting plenty of air. Thrust is falling a little bit though as we get higher. So I'm not sure if it'll cut itself off automatically. Our angle has raised a little bit here. We're up around 20 now. Is that okay, or should I nose it down? Rear turbo boost, though. Can you open the docking window, please? Over 1,000 speed. Yes, we are over 1,000. We're still in air breathing mode, so we're getting lots of efficiency. We're increasing. Our speed is starting to slow down our acceleration. Okay, so we're losing speed now. We've lost air at 23,000, so it should cut over automatically, right? We're in automatic switching mode. Do I toggle it myself? Let me toggle it myself. Oops. Ah, nuts. Oh, I screwed it. I screwed it up. Okay. Damn, that was so good. I was almost there. Revert flight. Can you open the docking window, please? The docking mode? Like this? Is that what you're asking to see? Let me see if I can, maybe we can fix... No, we can't fix this. I screwed the pooch there. All right, so let me revert to spaceplane hangar, and we're going to create an action group. We do have a nose cone. We're going to create an action group here to toggle these over. So they were on automatic switching, but it didn't seem like it was happening. Maybe I had to wait for it to go all the way down. But just in case, let's make an action group here for these engines. So we'll just have Custom 1. Oh, wait. We already have custom 1, 2, and 3 set up. All right, so custom 9, I guess, will be toggle engine for each of these. Toggle engine. And then... Oh, wait. It went with symmetry. It went into groups. Okay, so I think that's okay. All right, so the 9 button should toggle the engines if I need to do that. I'll try to let the automatics do it, but let's do that launch one more time. That went really well. We were doing well until I screwed it up. No air breathing above 24K. Okay. All right. So I think we've got a promising potential here. Now here's another question. Here's something I don't understand. Automatic switching, toggle mode. So toggle mode swaps it from closed cycle to air breathing. So like if I bring these all up and pin them, now if I hit the, watch, so they're all on air breathing. If I hit the 9 key, oh, that's not doing it at all. That's toggling them on and off. Okay, so that's the wrong action. Revert flight, revert to spaceplane hangar. Okay. Actions. Let's select these, go to 9, and remove these. Switch mode. Ah, I see. Okay. Switch mode. There we go. All right, so custom 9 is now fixed. You're going to turn them off with your action group. Yeah, I fixed it. Okay. Switch mode is what you want. All right, we should be good now. You know what else we want? Hang on. I want to put another key. Let's open these. On this Clampotron. I want another action for this to disengage it. If I can select it. Yes, Clampotron. So custom 8 or 10. Is this the 0 key? I'm guessing that's the 0 key. We want to undock node. Yes, on 0. There we go. Okay, let's close these back up. Save, launch. So I should be testing this as well. Let's do a test here. So let me lower the cargo bay. And then I'm gonna hit 0 to undock from the clamp. And then we're gonna switch over to Bill. Can he back out? Can he drive out of this? He can kind of get out of the bay a little bit. It's really, yeah, he's kind of struggling here. He can't drive out or back in. It's too wide. So we might have to narrow the wheels here. Yeah, he can't get up or down this, he can't get up and down. All right, so that's a good thing to find out. Let's revert flight to the spaceplane hangar. We got to take this out. We got to remove this, take it out. Yeah, he's kind of clipping on the wings a little bit. And then let's save that, and let's open up the Reaper. And we're going to have to move all the wheels in a little bit. They're too wide at the moment, and probably the drills too. Okay, so let's get the move tool going. Do you guys know, is there a way to select more than one thing at the same time? I don't think so. Let's start with the drills. Let's scotch them in a bit. There we go. And then all the wheels come in by one, I think. So they're a little bit narrower. And we'll see if he can get in and out with that. So I could bring them in even more, but I like the stability. I like having it kind of nice and stable. I'd like the widest traction possible. So let's save that, and let's switch back over to the stop too big. And then we're going to load in the roper, or the reaver rather. We want to connect it like that. Is that docked? That's not docked. Hang on. That's docked, but it's upside down. There we go. Okay. So let's try this. Let's try this again. Save and launch. You only have steering on front wheels. Yeah, I only have steering on front wheels, but I should have motors on all 6. Let's open that. Let's hit the 0 key to undock. Oh, I have to go back and set up the action group again because I deleted the thing. Open. Actions. And you get undock node on custom 10. Okay, that's good. Close you back up. Save and launch. It's complicated, man. This space stuff is hard. If I get this working, I will give you guys the craft file for this so you can use it in your own games. Because building this is a challenge for sure. All right, so lower the bay, hit 0. Okay, it kind of popped off there. Let's swap over to Bill and have him back out if we can. Is that the right? Oh, it's not crewed correctly. Damn it. I really dislike the way it auto-crews it every time you come in. That's really frustrating. Like, I don't want you to change my crew, you know? Don't do that. Save and launch. Every time you come to the SPH or the VAB, it recrews you and resets their inventories. It's really annoying. I wish it would not do that. All right, one more time. Let's try this again. Let's get the brake set as well. And hit 0. Okay. Switch to Bill. Can he now drive out? No, he's stuck in there still. He's trying. You can see him kind of inching out. He's like stuck on the wings. Okay, so let me let's fix the wings then. They're clipping in too far. So I need to pull them out. Let's go back to symmetry mode here. Let's pull them out just a skosh. I guess that's okay. Let's try that. Oh, it's recruited again, of course. So now there's no one in the rover. Oh no, it didn't this time. I don't understand this system sometimes. Open, turn the brakes on. Okay, now hit 0. And now it looks like, hold on, now it looks like maybe this is going to work. Can you get out? He can kind of inch his way out. Yep, he can get out. Okay. God, that's a big boy. So he can get out with the rover. So he gets out, he does a bunch of drilling, and then he has to get back in is the trick, right? Yeah, it's getting back in that's the problem. So maybe the ramp is not the way to go. Maybe we want the robotic arm thing. Or can he do it? Wait a minute. Can he do it? No, he doesn't have enough power. He would on like the Minmus. It wouldn't be a problem on Minmus. But maybe we need to reevaluate using the ramp. Maybe we need to use the arm and just drop him on the surface. Because at the moment, he can't get back in. Yeah. We'd have to set the wheels a lot closer to make that happen. I mean, we could try that. Yeah, you guys see the problem, right? When weighed down with extra ore, though, yeah, he might not have the ability. Yeah, and it's just too wide at the moment. All right, so let's revert back. So we've got two options here. One is to change the delivery mechanism away from the ramp. The other is to try narrowing the Reaper's wheels even more, which we could maybe get away with. So if we bring them in like this, then it should be doable. If we really hug, but I don't know if it'll like tip over too easily if we do this though. Let me save that. What we really want is something that brings the center of mass lower on the vehicle, so vertically lower, right? I don't know if there's a way to do that though. It's such a narrow build. Let's launch this. Does it have a crew at the moment? Let's throw Bill in and launch it. Let's see how it drives before we commit to this. Try testing in cheats. Yeah, we could try that. Okay, so it can still get some speed up, but what if we try and turn? Oh, it's not too tippy. It's not too tippy. It's a little tippy. It'd be more tippy in low gravity, but okay, that's functional. All right, let's try it. Let's try it with this. So let's load up the stop too big. Let's come in and delete the existing rover. And let's load in, save and continue, the Reaper Rover Mark 1. Merge this in. And let's connect it up to here. See if we can get it to, there we go. Okay. And then we need to reset the action group here. So, undock node goes on 10. Then we swap over to crewing. We close the bay door. And I don't see the other ship now. Hold on. Why is this not connected? Oh, we've taken too much. This does have the seat on it. Okay, so if we go to crew... Huh. Now, for some reason, I don't have a way to put Bill into the seat. Why would that be? This worked before. Hang on, let me try this again. That was not what I meant to do. External command seat. All right, save that, and then let's merge in the rover. Merge, right? And then we connect it up to the dock. And then if we go to crewing... No, it's not there for some reason. All right, well... That doesn't make sense. Jaco says, "Hi, Josway. Seems you're really getting addicted to this game. Love your thumbnails. Thanks, man. I appreciate that." Yes, movies are one of the best. Yeah, I like the thumbnails too. I have fun making them. So can we... It's like it doesn't even acknowledge the Reaper now. For some reason. What changed? Why is it now not recognizing that he can sit there? Let me load up the Reaper rover and let's crew it with Bill. Let's save that. Then let's load up the stop too big. Can we crew it now? Wait, now it's there. Okay, that's so weird. Let's save that. Okay. So some weird thing with, like, saving and loading. I'll make an SSTO, a shuttle, and SSRT for you so you can use it over reverse engineering it. Hey, Hapulio, I appreciate the thought behind that, but I'm gonna play the game myself. Thanks, man. I do appreciate the thought behind it, but I'm enjoying playing the game. If it's frustrating for you watching me like try to build this and not succeed, then just come back to another stream after I've got it working. You know. Okay, hold on. We need to go back and set up the action group again. So pop you open and. Actions. Undock. Right? We've got the right thing selected. Undock node. Nope. Oh, you can create a stage for that. Interesting. There we go. Double check that the crew is right. Save, launch. Okay. So we're going to finish up testing here. I think we should be able to get this thing up and down the ramp. And if we can, then we'll try to launch to orbit. That should obviously be closed. And we do want our brakes on here. We're going to open the ramp. And we're going to undock. Okay, the dock is a little high, so we wouldn't be able to redock, which might be a problem. We might want to move the dock lower vertically. Huh. But if I switch over to Bill now and take my brakes off, I can drive out, no problem. What happened? Did Bill get knocked off? He got knocked off the seat. Look at this. He got knocked off the seat there. Like he hit the roof of the thing. Why did that happen this time? He got angled up too much. Okay. Open the ramp. Undock. It drops. Switch to Bill. And let's... So if he drives backwards... He kind of... Yeah, his head popped through the center of the thing. He got slammed up into the fuselage. Wow, okay, so now we have another reason to open this. Revert to launch. The ramp is too steep. You're getting kind of at this game next Steam type the title not a knob? Oh, I see what you're kind of saying. Yeah, okay. The ramp is too steep, huh? So we can open up this one. And that way when he gets bumped up, maybe he... Okay, so if we open this and we change the deploy limit, maybe? But I do kind of want it... Yeah, it's too steep. Okay. So where do we want it? We want it at like 94. 94? 95? 96? Looks like 96 is the right angle. Okay, then let's de-dock. Let's switch over to Bill and see if he can get out. Let's turn his brakes off. Yes, that does it. Okay, so we fix the deploy limit and we open the bay so that his head has a place to go when it's angled weird. We can at least get out. So can we get back in? That's the real test, right? We can get back in, and we can get all the way up to the dock. Okay, guys, we are almost here with this build. All right. Okay, so revert flight to spaceplane hangar. And now then, we need to move the docking port over here. Oh, shit. Excuse me. Excuse my French. We need to move the docking port down so that he can reconnect. So this needs to come down a bit. Like to there, maybe? I think that's better. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. And then, if we come to this, we need to set the deploy limit to 96. And then we can close this up. Okay. Let's try it like this. Let's save that. Check the crew. We need Bill in the external command seat. Save that. Launch that. Let's see if we even need to open the bays or if fixing the deployment worked. That's why I was thinking raise the wings, put the engines under, which would lower the ramp. Ah, yes. It is a little high off the ground, isn't it? And then we could lower the ramp's angle if we move the wings up. That's not a bad idea. I'll keep that in mind. But let's just see. If we deploy this, and then we hit 0, and then we switch to Bill, can he get out? He can get out just fine. Yep. And now can he redock if he gets back in? Hang on. Let's switch out of docking mode. Can I open you, please? Oh, I need to be controlling the vessel to open it. Open and open, just so I can see. So has he redocked or not? I don't think he has. It maybe should be docking. Clampotron docking port. It's pretty close. Let me switch back to Bill now. So he's not docked, but he should be. Hold on. Set his target. Is it too low or too high? Why is it not docking? Invert direction. Aim camera. Disable crossfeed. Control from here. Docking mode doesn't really help. So does anybody have an idea why this isn't connecting? I guess it's off center somehow. It got rotated out. Let's revert back. The clampotrons are magnetic. Dock seems off to starboard, not centered and too low. Using a weird setup, you can make basically infinite movement. Okay. Open this. Yeah, we kind of moved this around a little bit and kind of got screwed up. How do I... Let me see. Okay, so I want to move this back towards the center. Is that centered? It's kind of off still. Let's move that right into the... There we go. That's kind of centered. No, okay, so if I move it too low is the problem. It starts swinging left and right. There we go. Is that right or is that too much? That's centered at least. Let's save that and let's deploy it. Let's deploy it with everything opened while we're testing, so we don't have to keep reopening everything. Let's save that and deploy it. Okay. So let's undock. Oh, that's an interesting effect of undocking. Then we'll switch to Bill. He can kind of back up and get out, right? He can get out. Or can he? He seems stuck now. Oh, his brakes are on. So he can get out. Can he reacquire the dock, though? It seems like it's right there. I can't tell. Let me aim the camera. So what's going on? Now it's too low. Okay, we can fix this. We can fix this. So let's do that again. Or I can't aim the camera in here, unfortunately. Okay, so we want to move this up. Like that, maybe? That's now still centered and it's a little bit higher. Let's try that. Just needs to snap. Too low. Docking mode and RCS. RCS isn't going to help here. All right, let's zoom in and see what happens when we undock. Let's aim the camera here. Okay, so when I undock, what happens? It drops down a little bit, but it's close. Let's switch to Bill. Let's see if he can redock now. Can you reacquire the dock? It's so close, but it just won't set his target, aim camera. I mean, that seems like it should be docking here. Look how close it is. Docking acquire force, 200. Alignment angle. I don't know about this. Port enable staging. Auto strut disabled. Aim camera. Invert direction. Same vessel interaction. See, he drives up to it and then nothing. It's not connecting. I don't know why. It's really close. Does it not have enough docking force? Let me switch over to the other vessel. And let's aim the camera here. Let's set the docking acquire force up really high. Is it just too high? Is that little bit of difference like enough? Because if we can't redock, then we can't transfer fuel. You know? Let me back away from it a little bit more. Maybe we can reset it a bit. Okay, so we got away from it. Now let's go back in. That seems really close, like it should really be auto-docking for us. Like, look how close it is. Is it just too... Is the docking force not enough to adjust for that little bit of difference? Docking... You turn on docking mode, no dock mode. Yeah, docking mode doesn't... I don't really see what that's going to do for us. We don't have RCS on this device. You know? Docking mode doesn't help. Control mode. Linear. So we can try and push it down just a tiny bit, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe this approach just doesn't work. Clampotron docking port. Clampotron docking port. It might be trying to lift up the whole vehicle, and it just doesn't have enough force. Maybe that tiny little bit of, you know, the angle difference. Alignment angle? I can't tell what the alignment angle does. Not connected. So it's just a tiny bit too high. We can try and push it down just a little bit and see if that fixes it. But if not, I don't know what to do here. Let me move the whole ship so I can see better. Okay. So for you, we want to move you just the tiniest bit upward. Just a little tiny skosh upward. Or no, downward. It was a little bit too high. No, not like... Come back. That seems to be the best I can do with it. Maybe I reposition the initial piece. Okay, so if I hit 0 here, and it disconnects, aim camera, switch to Bill. Let's get him going forward a bit. Can he reconnect? Set as target. I mean, they're like right on top of each other. But it just won't happen. It seems as though the actual thing is much lower. Like it wants him to aim, it wants him to pitch forward. So maybe I need this higher. Maybe counterintuitively I need it higher. No, I turned on docking mode. It did nothing. It did not help. It doesn't do anything, man. Oh, that was a mistake. I don't know what that was. Let me try moving this up counterintuitively. This may work. Save launch. Wait, that gray button isn't docking mode. Do you even need the dock? I need the dock to be able to transfer fuel. Let me hit 0. And then switch over to Bill. Now, if I set this as my target... Where's Bill? What are you doing? Why aren't you driving? There's no one in here. Why does it... Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. Bill. There we go. Save launch. The other thing I could try is the robotic arm, because that may be the solution. But I'm really confused about why this isn't working. So 0, then switch to Bill. He backs away. Then he sets this as his target. Yeah, that's not going to work. I don't know why. Let's. What do I want to do here? Let's move it lower. And where did that go? Let me trash you for the moment. Let's reattach this. So let's start again. So where's the Clampotron docking port? That'll go there. And then we move it down, right? As low as it'll go. That's as low as it'll go, though, is the problem. If it's connected to that thing. So maybe we use an intermediate piece. Maybe that'll help. Like, so let's take the docking port off. Let's get the radial attachment port in here instead, right? And then we lower that a bit. Offset that. And then we put a connectotron, clampotron. Oh, this thing's backwards, isn't it? Hold on. So I actually don't want it to snap here. So we can do something like this, maybe. Maybe this is the way to do it. Hold on, this might be better. Oh, there we go. Maybe it was on backwards too? I'm not sure. Let's merge in the rover here and connect it up. Okay, this might be better. Let's try this. That's much lower now. All right, so if we try to crew it, yeah, it has this thing where it doesn't really work. Launch anyway. Revert to thing. I guess arm it. Yeah, we can try arming it. If this doesn't work, I'll switch over to using the robotic arm. So now, yeah, for some reason when you attach the second craft, it doesn't really work. But if you revert back after that, then it does. Okay, launch that. Am I going to get this to work? Okay. Let's undock this. Kind of pops up. That's weird, but okay. Let's switch to Bill. Let's have him drive forward. And can you redock now? Now I think it's too low. Yeah, now it's too low. Okay. We can work with this. That was too low. That's right on the right on that black line there. Maybe this one will work. Let's try this. Okay, so now we grab you, snap you in, check our crewing. Looks good. Save launch. Undock. Okay, now we switch over to Bill. Back him up a little bit. Can we redock? Set his target. Oh, come on. Look at that. It's almost perfect. It's still too low, though. Gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I know this isn't the best, but I really want to get this to work. Why does that seem like it's so much bigger than it was? Sure, let's try that. Is that docked? There we go. That looks right. Okay. We're still crewed correctly. We're good. Let's launch this again. Boeing, wait, crossfeed was on. What I think crossfeed has to do with allowing fuel to pass through parts of a ship that aren't fuel tanks and fuel lines. So I'm not sure how that would affect it. Undock, switch to Bill, back up, and then set his target. Drive forward. Come on, you can do it. Oh, it worked. It actually worked. We reacquired. Oh. We got it. All right. Look at that. Reattached. Reattached and ready to rock. Okay, we've solved that problem. Gosh, that was finicky as heck. All right. So, never touch that docking port again, you guys. Woo! We got it. Finally. Okay. So we're very close now. Actually, now we're going to try and launch to orbit. We're going to see. We're going to see if this whole messy contraption that I've made can actually go somewhere. Okay. And let's drop it down to the ground. We are competently crewed. We are correctly built. We are configured. And let's launch. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, those of you who were congratulating me. I did the thing, yes. LMAO, congrats. Not yet. We got the docking port working. Yes, we got the docking port working. Okay, so... one last thing I want to double check that we set this up correctly. So the 9 key should switch to closed cycle for all of our engines. And then back to air breathing. Okay, so we're on air breathing. And I'm going to leave... Do I want it on automatic switching or manual switching? I think I want it on automatic. All right. Let's revert flight to launch. Let's quick save this thing. Right here. Okay. I'm going to pin one of these. It's on air breathing mode. It's got automatic switching enabled. Let's stage the engines. Let's spin them up. Let's take the brakes off. see what happens. Here we go. Quadruple the engines. Come on, don't go off the runway here. Okay. It's pulling a little bit to the right, a little bit. Let's go up. Okay. Oh, SAS. That would help. That would help. Okay. So last time we got this working, we climbed to about 1,500 feet before leveling out over the ocean. But maybe we just stay right here. Just stay right here with a little bit of an incline. And just see what happens as we speed up. Firm believer in more engines equals more good. Yeah, 32 engines. 32 engines? Man. It's going to take forever just to fill these up on Minmus. This is already way more fuel than we need. Way more fuel than we can produce with the little guy. He can fill like one of these in 2 trips. So it's already going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. It's going to be like 24 refueling missions for the rover, which is like 48 weeks to refuel in situ. Okay, we're still climbing a little bit. Let's maybe level out here, down just a bit. Stay on this heading until we hit 400 meters per second. Make a mining rig. Use the attachment for 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. Mining rig based on Minmus. So this is the first attempt at mining. The idea is we fly out to Minmus with this SSTO. We drop off the rover. He mines up fuel, refills all these tanks, right? Then we launch from Minmus for very low cost, and then I just realized we don't have another way to transfer fuel. That's why I originally had a docking port on the front. So we might have to come back to the hangar with this. I'm going to try to get it to orbit first, but we would need to go back and put a docking port on the front instead of this intake. I don't think we need it. And we need to put RCS on this as well, which we don't have. So that... Hang on, we're going too high. We need to build speed. But once we refill all these tanks on the surface of Minmus, then we launch really cheaply out of Minmus. And then this craft refuels all the other crafts or the space station, and then it goes back down, launches, goes back down. So this was the idea, the refueling craft here, the SSTO would be the refueling craft. We are not gaining speed here. Let me level out. Are we too high? We might be too high. Let me sink down a little bit and see if we can get up to 400 meters per second. We're going down. Yes, we saw before that our speed wants to be around 400 meters per second before we start the main incline. That's where it gets really effective. That's what Larry told me. With this engine, this Rapier engine. So I'd like to see this climb. Here we go. That's more like it. Come on, keep going. There's our little friend Jeb piloting the ship. Sinking a bit here. Now, why are we getting at the speed we got last time? Last time we really started climbing up above 400. Dockport on front will let you fly around and make deliveries to all your Valeros. You're going to hydroplane on the ocean at that angle or just explode. Probably just explode. I took care of it. I got us back on an incline. We're not climbing in speed, so I don't know. I guess we'll just go up from here. I think you need more engines. Well, we were going real fast with the last launch with this exact same set of engines. So I'm not sure why it's slowing down here. Air breathing, fuel flow doesn't seem as high, I think. Fuel flow is dropping. thrust is dropping. We had kind of leveled out around 1500 last time. Let's level out here and see if we can get the speed to climb at all. Now it's dropping. Oh man, I wish Larry was here. Larry gave me some great advice last time. He got us very close to going into orbit. Did I change something in the profile that's adding more drag, or... I don't have anything open. I didn't change too much. Low, 192. 192. Effective airspeed, 334. 192. We're just not getting the speed we want. So was I actually lower down before? Maybe I was lower down. Hang on. Let's revert the flight. Let's try this launch one more time. You need more engines. Maybe stage them. Add a doubler on the 2 inner engines. Then when you're up to orbit, switch. You need more engines. We could get one more set of engines on here, maybe. Let's try one more launch, and let's keep real low. Excuse me, real low, close to the ocean. See if we can get our speed up. I didn't leave the landing gear out, did I? I don't think so. Try 100 meters? Yeah. SAS on, that's why. Okay, let's level out and let's watch our speed here. Speed around 0. A little bit of climb is fine. I'd like to see this get up to 400 like it did when Larry was here. We almost got to orbit. Still climbing. Fuel flow's going up. Thrust is going up. Let's just stay here, see if we can get up to 400. Can you send me your rover later so I can build an SSTO? Yes, I will post the craft files for the rover and the SSTO later. So it's climbing, but it's climbing slowly. Before we got up to 400 pretty quickly. Just leave it running for a while and see if we get any more speed up, or maybe I added more mass somehow that I didn't realize, or I took something off without thinking about it since that one flight that did so well. Yeah, it's like stalling out around 330. So see, the fuel flow is dropping. Prop requirement met. Thrust specific impulse. Status nominal. We're not getting that speed we were getting before. Thinner air higher. I think you're on closed cycle. Well, all right. So let's start climbing now. If that's the highest speed we can get, let's start climbing. Go up at like a 10-degree angle and just see how high we get. Yeah, see, the speed is slowing down. That's not good. On that one really awesome flight we had, it just kept climbing. See, when it goes faster, it scoops up more air, even from the thinner atmosphere, right? So now we're not getting enough thrust, so we're slowing down. Let me switch it over. We got up to 24,000 on the other engines before. See, but now this is eating through fuel. I don't know how we did it before. Companion gives plus 10 power to explosives. All right. Maybe we do need more engines, you guys. I can try it. I can throw another one on. Now we're in rocket mode. We probably want to climb, like you guys are saying. But I think I've used up too much delta V. More engines. What is the weight of the class? Place the air thing in front. What is the weight of the craft? I'll make the map so I can see how many engines you need. Yeah, we're just not getting anywhere near enough speed. This is not right. Let's revert back, and let me put some more engines on. Hepoliu, if I look at the engineer's report, the mass is 80 tons right now, although it's about to be doubled, because we're going to add another one of these. There we go, more power, more engines. That couldn't hurt, right? We need to fix our action group now. Oh, I think it copied it over for us. Yeah, it did. So the action group thing worked as well. Okay. Let's check our crewing. Looks good. Let's try it with these extra engines. Let's see if this helps us at all. Can you use a doubler, 1 to 2? I'd like to see that in action. A doubler. Oh, I see what you're saying. That would burn through more fuel, though. This is already kind of insane. I don't know. Well, let's just see what this does. More power, right? Go up. Okay, this seems more like it. Let's see how fast we can get going here. Lower angle just a bit. I do want to climb, but not too fast. I want to see this number get over 400. That's the goal. It's already doing better. So Larry was explaining that at 400 meters per second, the efficiency curve kicks in and it starts to be able to go faster and faster and higher because it's going fast enough to scoop up enough air to push it faster, to accelerate more quickly than the air thins. All right, so here we go. This is what we needed. So at 400, he said, go up to a 10-degree incline. Start climbing. Yeah, see now we're still on the air breathing, but now we're gaining a lot more speed. We're gonna get height, and then at 24,000 kilometers, we're at 2 now. At 24,000 kilometers, then we want to switch over to the rockets. So this is looking much better. We just needed more power. We need 10 into 7 engines. If memory serves, your excellent run, you were running level, no climb until 400 meters per second. Yeah. You can already see, look at our surface speed. This is much better. We're climbing, so we're getting really efficient fuel usage here on the first part with the engines burning air instead of liquid oxygen. Yeah, this is what happened the last time that it was good. So this is incredible. This is much better. And at 24,000, I will cut over to the rocket engines, and we'll try to achieve an orbit. See how much delta V we have left to get to Minmus. Okay, look at this speed. This is amazing. This is so good. See, yeah, we're moving fast enough that even though the atmosphere is thinning out, we're still meeting our requirements. And now it's dropping as we approach 24,000. 1250, 1300 meters per second. I love that. And now, okay, so at 20,000, we're starting to drop. Still increasing here. Okay, and now we cut over. Okay, so now I gotta get a, now we gotta climb. Apoapsis at 70 plus. Hold on, let's see. I think this is happening, you guys. Very nice. Okay. Very nice. Gotta get our periapsis up. A little bit. I don't know. Maybe I just need to face put right here and burn. Not worry so much about trying to create the maneuver. We're really close. I think I'll just do this by hand here. We'll get a little bit closer here. Maybe the 1 minute mark, and then burn. He's going into orbit, but not Minmus. Your apoapsis is low. Yeah, no, I saw that. Losing a little tiny bit of speed. We're already up around 1750 here. I don't want to push my apo too high. Come on, we can do it. Maneuver node. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Yeah, you might be right. I might not have enough. What do we need? About 800 to get to Minmus? Want to get to orbit. Look at this app. Look at this APO. It's crazy. So I didn't do... There we go. All right. So we've officially gone single stage to orbit with a really crazy bad orbit, but we actually did it. So That's something. With this like giant raft of the giant raft ship, the raft of engines on it. It's crazy. But we made it. Look at this nutty apoapsis too. I don't suppose it's kind of heading in the right direction, you guys. It's kind of heading in the right direction. Huh. Okay. Well, that's a first for me. We actually built a successful SSTO. It's not exactly what we need. There's still more work to do. You can put nuclear engines on your SSTO. When you're going to Minmus, you can go without using the rapiers and lose fuel. Put nuclear engines on your SSTO to go to Minmus. Raptor Raft. Yeah, the Raptor Raft, exactly. That was crazy. I learned a lot from this stream, you guys. It's not the perfect vessel by any means. We might actually want to use, I don't know. Do we really want all these engines? I'm not sure. But you could see, once I put the 6th one on, it definitely worked better. It got us high enough and fast enough that they were being efficient. But we just, it's not quite enough fuel. I didn't do quite well enough with my burn to orbit to have enough left to get to Minmus and land. But the raft is in flight around Kerbin somehow, some way. Super aerodynamic raft. I can reorganize these a little bit, so maybe, I don't know. We're going to continue working on this, and we're going to try launching it again with a different launch profile. Try to get it into orbit with as much DV left as possible. I think I can I think I can land on Minmus for 1,000 DV from orbit. Maybe less if I can get a gravity assist from the moon. Maybe even less than that. But that's going to have to wait for the next time because I need to take a break here. I need to go get some breakfast. Thank you all for being here. Senor Herpulio, No, Michael, Larry was here. Bob Schwan was here, I know, for a while. I think Pandian stopped in briefly in the beginning. And everybody else who was in the chat, thank you all for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. This ridiculous vehicle somehow got into orbit with a single stage, so that was exciting. And mostly it was the technology of this amazing Rapier engine. It wasn't me. I kind of crapped the bed with this build. But hey, technically we got into orbit with our functional rover. So if we could have gotten this to Minmus, we could have landed, refueled all these tanks, and then like technically, it would have been a success. I do need to replace this nose cone with a connector and put some RCS on this thing. And I don't know, maybe even more engines are the answer. We can find out. But we'll see you next time. That'll be tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Pacific. And I don't know what the thumbnail's going to be yet, but it's going to be something to do with a raft. Maybe it'll be it'll be that Tom. Oh my God, I can't remember his name. Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks. Maybe it'll be that Tom Hanks movie where he gets marooned in the raft and the Wilson and all that, because this thing did turn into a giant raft. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. So thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.